Shalom Akim. I'm going to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bashem, Yahushai Bashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles GMS who teach and rule well. Salutations to all the Akim off across earth who's pushing his truth and sincerity. Shalom Akim. I'm going to get into this little article I found. It says Chernobyl black frogs reveal evolution in action. You know, and this is one of those little sneaky designs that Esau comes up with. You know, whenever he does something wicked upon the earth, he tries to cover it up with something. Well, look at the good side of it. You know, that's his thing. Always look at the good side. You know, when he does wicked, look at the good side of the things that he's done wicked. You know, that's what he gets out of. I always like to use this phrase that he used a few years back when you had Hillary Clinton running against, I want to say it was Donald Trump. I think it was, and you know, the people were like, man, both of y'all jacked up, y'all politics, this and that. And bottom line, she said, yeah, I understand the people are upset. I understand everybody's mad. But listen, just vote between the two of the lesser. She said, vote between the two of the lesser of the evils. And so I was like, wow. So this bitch is actually admitting that she's evil and her counterpart is evil, but just put your thoughts to the side and just vote for one or the other. You know? So, you know, there's just more and more bull BS that Esau likes to pull out in his wicked society, man. You know, his wicked games, his wicked schemes he likes to play, man. His word play. You know, he changes the words of things too as well, man. You know, look what he's done to us in our Holy Land, man. You know, he changes things, he changes places, he puts up borders, you know. This is the wicked man we're speaking about, man. So in this thing, he says, Chernobyl black frogs reveal evolution in action. So now they want to say that, like, you know, what happened over in Chernobyl was good for the environment, so to speak. You know, well, I'm going to read some of this article and it's going to point out everything I'm speaking about. It says the accidental at reactor 4 of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in 1986 generated the largest release of radioactive material into the environment in human history. The impact of the acute exposure to high doses of radiation was severe for the environment and the human population. But more than 3 decades after the accident, Chernobyl has become one of the largest natural reserves in Europe. A diverse range of endangered species finds refuge there today, including bears, wolves, and lynx. To add on to what they're saying, you know, there's a high wildlife population there because the humans, the land is over there in Chernobyl, in that town, that area they still have radiation in the ground, in the soil, in the water. So it's inhabitable, basically. But wherever humans aren't, the animals are going to come back and take over. So the animals are licking up that contaminated water. They're eating the vegetation off the contaminated trees and thus forth, you know. So, of course, they're going to be mutated to some extent, you know. North of where we stay, we have power plants here in Chicagoland area, north of where we stay. Over by it's called the Great Lakes area. We be by like Great America, and there's a national beach up that way that used to go to, you know, as a kid, and you know, and by the reactors, the water would be hella warm. It'd be 2 different temperatures in the water, and it'd be crazy because by the coast area it'd be like hella warm. The water would be warm, but once you go out a little bit more, it'd be cold. You know, it'd be then bone chilling cold. But you'd be like, damn, why is it warm right here? But towards out a little bit, it's cold. You know, and then on top of that, you know, they had fish over there that will bite your ass, man. You know, and you know, I think I went in that pool in that lake in that area like once or twice, and once a teacher or two got bit by a fish. I was out that water. I'm not about to be playing with no fucking fish just biting, you know. And this is the Lake Michigan we're speaking of. This ain't no ocean. This ain't no river. This is Lake Michigan, and you got fish that are biting you. And so I got Johnson, so I ain't play no game with no fish. So I jumped up the water and I was done with the water. And I was just I was just hanging out by the sand. And I did my little research, come to find out that there is a power plant reactor not too far from where the beach was. So maybe the fish mutated, I don't know. I'm just saying, because nowhere else have I been in Lake Michigan where fish will actually come to you and bite you, other than over in that area. You know, I don't know. I'm not saying it mutated, I don't know. You know, just you know, you can do your own research, but you know, I just found that kind of what a coinky thing. But yeah, so these animals, you got these lynx, bears, wolves. I've also seen reports of videos I've seen years ago on this Vice. They used to go over there and they were speaking about how the bears had mutated, how the wolves mutated, and you know, these are huge animals out in the forest. When they went out in the forest, the hunting guide took him so far, he said he wasn't going to go too far off into the forest because he heard tales, and the guy had a AK-47 with a clip on it. And so I'll let you know that, you know, he was on to the teeth, but at the same time, he knew his boundaries. He wasn't going to go too far, man, you know, because these animals are mutating. That's basically what I'm saying. These animals have mutated, you know, and that's not a good thing, man. You watch episodes of The Simpsons, when The Simpsons used to come out when I was a kid. They had the fish by the reactor, and he came out with the water with 3 eyes on it, you know. These type of things happen, man. You know, they make jokes about it, but radiation mutates the bodies, man, of mammals. It's just what it is. It says radiation can damage the genetic material of living organisms and generate undesirable mutations. It's just what I'm speaking about. Grow extra limbs. You can grow extra, body parts, extra eyes and limbs and different things to that nature. Why? Because the radiation mutates the genetic genes in your body, man. You know, it's just what it is. You know, however, one of the most interesting research topics in Chernobyl is trying to detect if some species are actually adapting to life with radiation. As with other pollutants, radiation could be a very strong selective factor, favoring organisms and mechanisms that increase their survival in areas contaminated with radioactive substance. You know, once again, man, you know, that's Esau and his magic tricks, and not even magic, this is his games he plays, man. You know, he let that stuff off over there. It was probably an experiment, you know, and it's jacked up, and that was back in 1986. And it's 2023 right now. And like I'm telling you, I seen a video about a solid 5 to 10 years ago, and Vice was over there, and they were saying that the ground, they had the radiation reader out there, and they were showing that the levels are still high to this day. You know, the levels of radiation are still high in that Chernobyl area to this day. Esau is jacking up the earth as we speak, man. You know, let me bring this out. This is Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. They put darkness for light and light for darkness. They put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. You know, and that's what Esau does, man. He's trying to make a game out of it. He's trying to make it seem like it's okay, it's safe over there. This was one of the worst natural disaster. This was one of the worst disasters in history. It wasn't a natural disaster because it was done by somebody, you know. Natural disasters are like hurricanes and tornadoes, you know, those are natural disasters. This was a disaster, a man-made disaster that happened, you know, and those people over there are still reaping the repercussions of that stuff, man. They're still jacking up the water. Atlanta's jacked up. You know, the people over there jacked up. You know, the cancer rates over there are high, you know, in that area, because you got radiation in the soil, you got radiation in the groundwater. They, like I said, Vice went in depth. They had some of those cows over there. They were showing how to meet, you know, and just everything's just contaminated over there. And then people just got to live. They just got to live with it. Esau got to live with it. You know, he has to live amongst his BS and destruction, man. You know, Isaiah 5:21. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. And Esau is that, man. He's prudent in his own sight and wise in his own eyes, man. You know, here it is where the ground is messed up, the water is messed up, but we're going to make light of it. We're going to make fun of it, man. We're going to try to find something positive out of the negative, man, you know? And that's all the Babylon is about, man. You know, it's all about that stuff, man. You know, a place of confusion, man. You know, this is real confusion. You know, anything that gets contaminated with radiation is not good, man. It's not good. Radiation is not good for the body, man. You know? So why would you ingest it or take it in and just think this is good, man? But this is what Esau does, man. He puts that evil for good, man, and good for evil, man. You know? That's what he does, man. This is Psalm 82:5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All their foundations of the earth are out of course. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. And Esau's control, everything's out of whack here, man. Everything is out of whack in this world, man. You know, nothing is the way it's supposed to be. The water doesn't even taste the same. You have to add pH to the water to bring it up to where it's supposed to be. Water is supposed to be a certain pH balance, but because Esau, he likes to tamper with things and play the mad scientist, he's messed up the whole balance of the water system, man. Everything is out of whack here, man. You know, everything is messed up, man. You have sea turtles and different animals off in the ocean and catch sexually transmitted diseases and different diseases that men get and then women get, that humans get, I should say, you know? And why is that happening? Because of the different things that Esau is unleashing off into the earth, man. Poisonous, straight poison he's unleashing, man. You know, the whole foundations is out of whack. Everything is out of discourse, man. Everything is jacked up under our rulers, man. And Esau, you are the one who rules, man. You know, we have to go to you for the one of all things, man. So of course everything is out of whack because of you, man. You know, and you're not going to be able to escape the judgment of the Lord when he comes, man. You know. You're not going to be able to escape those things, those judgments, man. This is Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall, man. You know, and Esau has to do his wickedness, man. You know, he's conditioned to do those wicked things, man. He won't get no rest until he goes out and do wicked things, man. And then he tries to cover him up with something, you know, that he says negative, but the oxide, it jacks up everything even more, man. You know? Look at this. Our work at Chernobyl started in 2016. A year close to a damaged nuclear reactor, we detected several eastern tree frogs with a usual black tip. The species normally has a bright green dorsal correlation, although occasionally darker individuals can be found, man. See what I'm saying? They told you the frogs is supposed to be a bright green, but now they got a black tint on it. You know, but that's okay in Esau's community. So everything, our food, GMO food, look at the foods we eat. Everything is out of whack under this devil's control, man. So we need the Lord to come back, man. We definitely need the Lord to come back, man. This devil is going to continue on with his wickedness if he can, man. You know, if he can continue on with his wickedness, he will. But I just wanted to bring this out, man. I just seen this and was like, man, we know about this Chernobyl from back in the day. And we know about how Esau likes to, he'll do some wicked evilness and try to cover it up and make it seem like it was good. Like right now, what is he doing with slavery, man? He don't even want to mention it in books, man. He wants to say that they were hired and servants and different things. He puts different names for different things, man. He tries to cover his shit, you know? That's what he does. He tries to cover it. He does it in the movies. He does it in when his landmarks in different areas. This is what he does, man. The devil. I just wanted to bring that out. I seen this article real fast, and I just wanted to shine some light on it, you know. I hope it's edifying. Shalom, Akia.